Okay, what I have is I just made a pie crust and I'm going to freeze it. I haven't tried that yet. This is a low keto friendly pie crust and I'll show you the ingredients in a moment. Just want to get everything in there. There. Now I'm going to freeze this. This is the dough or pie crust. There's no flour in it. I'll show you the ingredients in a second. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to chuck this in the microwave to make another one. Let me lick the butter off my piggies. I'm going to walk this over the microwave a second. Put that in for about 40 seconds. That's about 4 tablespoons of butter. What we have is almond powder in all of its glory and beauty. We have coconut fiber. Still smells like coconut. Very nice stuff. Very good stuff. Stevia. And we have salt. That is the ingredients. That's it. There's butter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients. Very easy to make. We got about 10 seconds left on our butter. And all you do is you add the ingredients to it. That looks good. Alright. See, that's melted? Now you don't have to put it in a separate bowl. Just get yourself a glass Pyrex. That's what this is Pyrex. And you can have at it. Just melt it right in there. You don't have to wash another dish, right? So what I do is I start off by putting 2 pinches of salt. That's a pinch, just like that. And it does make a difference. Do not forget the salt. Then for the almond powder, we go to tablespoons. And I usually put about 3.5 or 4. I'm going to try 4 this time. I have to add a little bit to get the consistency that I like. I think this is like my 5th or 6th pie. So that's 4 tablespoons, pretty level. They're not heaping. Get the rest of that out of there. Then we go, I don't know what this is. This is probably pretty close to almost a tablespoon. Let's see a second. Let's just see what we got. That's a heaping tablespoon. So I would go with 2 heaping tablespoons of my favorite coconut fiber. That should be good. And then we go with 1/2 of a teaspoon of stevia. Now I've thought about putting some lime. There's some lemon in it, a couple drips here or there, but I haven't quite worked up the courage to try that yet. I kind of like the way it tastes just like this. Now what you do is you grab your fork and you totally fork this thing. You fork it until it's crumbly. Yes, I have a dry sense of humor. So we continue to do this. Let the fork do the work. You see how it's crumbling on us? Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. Again, very low carb, no sugar, and this is the closest thing that I've found to a very inexpensive, like if you buy a frozen pumpkin pie or frozen apple pie. I'm going to add a little more almond. I'm probably going to add another, we'll go with like 1. We'll try 1 more. It's still a little moist. But as I was saying, this is as close as I can get to a cheap crust, like a frozen pie crust that you buy at your grocery store. Because I don't consider that to be a very high quality crust. That's perfect right there, actually. Now what I do is I taste it. Make sure that it tastes right. It is. It's a little sweet. And the coconut, let me get that off there. And the coconut and almonds are not overpowering. They work well off each other. If it was all almond, you just taste the almond and that can get bitter and overpowering. Now what I do is with my immaculately clean hands, if your hands aren't clean, why don't you go ahead and wash them and we'll wait for you. Of course we're not going to wait for you. You're dealing with food. Your hands should already be clean. If they're not clean, shame, shame, shame on you. But you just kind of mud pie it and you spread it out. I do not go up to the edge. Some people go up to the edge. I don't go up to the edge because I personally don't care for the crust. With cheesecake, and that's what this is for, cheesecake is the star. The actual cheesecake filling, in my eyes, is the star, not the crust. Now, if it was graham cracker crust, maybe that has maybe a co-star, maybe a supporting actor. but the filling is really what draws me to cheesecake, and I don't eat much sugar anymore, and I've been looking and looking and looking for a good recipe for pie crust, and there isn't one. I've seen people grind up almonds, throw them in there, and say, voila, with some butter. It's like, man, I tried it. It didn't taste very good to me. This tastes good to me. Now, again, I'm going to probably, next time, I'm probably going to add just a little bit of lemon and see what that does. Maybe it'll totally ruin it, but maybe it won't. But that is going to be your crust, and when you actually cook it. Now, some people say throw it in the refrigerator. I don't see any reason to throw it in the refrigerator. I'm going to be making the actual filling here soon, and I'll probably do a video of that too, and then I'll show how to put it in there and how to make it. It's very simple. It's just as simple as this. It does not take very long. But I'll show the filling in the next video. If you like our videos, why don't you go ahead and subscribe. I try to put out a couple of videos a month, depending on what I'm doing. I thought this was pretty interesting because it actually tastes average. I hate to say that, but it does. It tastes average. It's not a great crust, but it's not a terrible crust like ground up almonds. I was very, very surprised that people thought that was great. It was very, very terrible. It didn't make me throw the pie out because, again, it had filling on it, so I just ate the filling and basically left the almonds. But go ahead and give this a try. It's really super easy. Again, 5 ingredients. You got salt, almond powder, you've got stevia, you've got coconut. It's really easy to make, and butter, of course. So if you like our videos, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching.